Here we have a used 2020 Hyundai Palisade in the limited trim level. Comes in that beautiful lagoon silver on black leather interior. And you get that standard 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Beautiful vehicle though, very pretty. And as we get to the front end here, the lights do not flash like that, but we have LED daytime running lights along with LED headlamps. Then down here, we have 20-inch aluminum wheels. You get passive keyless entry on the front two doors. And then here we have the controls for the power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and then our memory seats as well. Look at that stitching, really nice there. And then we also have that Harman Kardon sound system. And there's our power driver seat with power lumbar support. And we also have our thigh support as well. And then for the second row, we have our blinds here. So you just lift them on up. Let's hop in. So pretty good leg room. I'm 6'3" and I have the seat in front of me adjust for someone of my size. My knees are just touching a little bit, and then I can actually probably move the seat back and then they don't touch, so. But this is nice. We have 3-stage heated and cooled bucket seats in the second row. And I don't think I've seen that in person yet. So really nice, along with your automatic climate controls. Then you can adjust the fan speed manually, and then you can have it on your feet or on your face, cut it off. Then you have a 115 volt 3-prong household plug-in here. And of course you have USB charging ports in the front seats. And I like this kind of, oh yeah, that's nice. It's like a soft suede or something on the roof. Really nice. And there is our second row roof there. But you can't open that, but it is really nice. And then there's our third seat back there, which I'm gonna fold up and show you all here shortly. And there's our rear end there. And then we have a power third row, which we can fold up and down. So that's pretty slick. It takes a minute, but it's nice that it's power. Like I said, you can fold those up or down, then you're good to go. And you still have tons of space with the third row up. But you can fold all the seats flat just by hitting these buttons here. And then you have that subwoofer there. And then here we have our power passenger seat. Now on to the engine bay. There's that 3.8 liter V6, and the engine bay is, of course, identical to the Kia Telluride. But let's hop in the driver's seat. So I like the sporty leather wrap steering wheel, which you can also heat. Really good grip there. And then here we have our infotainment system. So let's start out with the navigation. Nice and big, covers the whole screen, or you can hit this right here, and then you can toggle through your options and have other things on the side as well. Like I like that clock position there. But you can have the compass up, trip info, temperature, all that. So really nice. And there's our backup camera with the 360 view. And there's our front camera. And then next, for audio, we have AM, FM, and XM. And then we also have Bluetooth audio and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. And that's your screen set up there. And then you have your AC vents here. We can close that. And then down here, we have our volume knob. We can pull up the map, the actual navigation options, radio, media, seek track, of course, your favorites, and then your setup, along with your tune knob there. Then we have our hazards. And down here, we have our dual zone automatic climate controls, along with our rear AC, which we can control. And then we have our 3-stage heated and cooled seats. Heated steering wheel toggle there. And the heated and cooled seats are for the driver and passenger. Then we can pull up the camera, the touch of a button there. And then we also have our parking sensors, which you can toggle. Auto stop toggle, hill descent toggle. And then our driving modes. I like how you can just turn one time, snow, eco, comfort, sport, smart, and then the all-wheel drive lock there. Automatic brake hold. And then our shifter, reverse, neutral, drive, P for park. And if you want to shift manually, you have your paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. And then here's our sunroof. And this is actually in really good shape because this Palisade actually has 60,000 miles on it. So everything seems to be in great working order. Whoever had it kept it in immaculate condition, of course. All the leather looks brand new, basically. But then we have a wireless charging pad here, 2 cup holders. And then here's our center console cubby space with a removable tray. And then here's our glove compartment with owner's manuals. And over here to the left side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth controls, our mode. We can go through radio stations or our audio, volume, track list, or radio station controls there. And then over here, we have our cruise. We can go through that. And then our gauge cluster. So we can go through all of those options. And then we have the gap adjust for that smart cruise. And then there is our heads up display there. Here's our push button start. And finally, here's our key fob with remote start. But next, let's see how a 2020 Hyundai Palisade with 60,000 miles performs out on the road. really good pull out the gate, similar to the Telluride I just drove. As you can see, you have that curb view camera there, which I really like. So if you blink left, there it is on the left. You blink right, there it is on the right. And then there's the auto stop. So we've had it in comfort mode this whole time, and we're gonna go ahead and put it into sport mode, test out this acceleration here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, that is fantastic. As you get higher in the RPM range with these 3.8 liter V6s, they really do go, I tell you. But I'm gonna put it into eco mode now. And we're gonna put on the smart cruise, set it to 76. And then when you put that on the highway, you actually get that lane keeping assist, or whatever they call it, that goes on with it when you toggle it through the gauge cluster. So you can turn it on or off, but I like having it. And it just keeps you center in the lanes. And as you can see, it's keeping that safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. So I'm doing 72, even though I have it set to 76. But let me test out this sound system so you all can hear how this Harman Kardon sounds. So really good high quality sound. Nothing was too loud, but it was like the perfect medley that was not in any way drowning on my ears, even though I almost had it all the way up. So really impressive and super clear, which is to be expected from a Harman Kardon sound system. And there's the auto stop again. So I really like this drive in eco mode. It still has plenty to get you to pass people, but really nice ride. Nice and quiet as well. And the throttle response doesn't feel as held back either. With this being such a large SUV, it just feels normal. And the sport mode actually feels low-key crazy. I'm gonna put in smart mode for the rest of the drive. But I like this heads-up display too. Both of the lines will be kind of a bright white if you're in the lines well, and then when you start drifting over to one side, one of them turns yellow depending on which side you're on. And when it can't read the lines, it'll be like a lighter white, almost a gray, if that makes sense. Just letting you know that it doesn't see street lines. But this ride quality, everything about this Palisade so far has been really good. It really does drive like it's got 10 miles on it instead of 60,000. And this one in particular has just been kept in such great condition. Some of that might have to do with the quality of the materials and parts that Hyundai used, but whoever had this thing babied it. I didn't see any cigarette burns or scratches, scuffs, or anything. And the sound quality with, well, I should say the acoustics within the cabin are similar to the Telluride EX that I drove earlier, but it's more comfortable, and a lot of that has to do with the seats. But honestly, in my opinion, the ride noise is much better in this Palisade compared to the Telluride. And this will bring me to an end of my review of the 2020 Hyundai Palisade Limited all-wheel drive.